drag him in. But frankly, he was dressed for dinner and was on his way. So I just walked alongside him and I said, how's things going, Jeff? He said, well, I'm enjoying it an awful lot more this year because my daughter, who is called Vanina, of course, you may well know her from rallying as well as DTM and indeed endurance racing. Well, she really found her home, actually. He said, I'm glad she's not racing because it just means I can enjoy the event. And he really is an amazingly proud father of Vanina. And I've seen them actually racing together, would you believe, in the Dakar. They had onboard cameras of them. And I remember one morning where she was looking a bit fed up. And he said, what's wrong? She said, I don't know, I'm tired. And he went absolutely ballistic at her. I think he almost treated her, it's like, if you want to go racing, then you're going to behave like a driver, and you're not going to be treated like my daughter, you're going to be treated like my partner, and if you upset me, if you pee me off, then I am going to let you have it. And he ripped into her, big time, but clearly, he is absolutely, he adores her. And he's so pleased that she's not here because he can just chill out, and that's why he was off for lunch.
Well, now you've raised one there as we watch the surviving Toyota, or did for a moment or two, as we now watch somebody coming into the pits here. It looks to me as if it's the one of the Audis, is it?
It is the two cars.
Yes, it is. It's the two car coming in. And we'll watch this pit stop, and at the same time stick the other question up there, which is quite interesting, and that is that fathers and sons driving and things like that, it does cause, and brothers, does cause some fun, doesn't it, John?
Absolutely, and it's something that I hope that I never have to deal with because my son is actually not into motorsport, thankfully, because it is a difficult game to get involved in because you have to have so much money, certainly in the beginning, to showcase your talent. And I have nothing but respect for and I know that Martin Brundle is getting as big, if not greater, kick out of racing here with Alex than he probably got racing on his own. And even though he knows that he's out there potentially maybe going for a P2 podium, or if he's really lucky a P2 win, obviously that looks like it's kind of maybe sort of going away slightly on him. But at the same time, as someone that has a son, I can imagine the joys and delights of doing that. But to get to that point, my God, the pain and agony you're going to have to go through. I was talking to somebody just the other day who was a very good racing driver, and it's the naivety of youth that makes you think that you're actually going to be able to make it, and that stubbornness and that obviously a little bit of luck, but that just perseverance and wanting to continue into that bit where you ultimately get paid to do something that you love doing. And I'm so fortunate to be able to do that, but I wouldn't want my son, knowing the pitfalls now, I wouldn't want my son to have to go through that. I didn't know the pitfalls, so I was just basically blindly stupid, you know, going into it and thinking everything would be great. And I was very lucky that it turned out well for me.
Well, it did turn out great for you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, going back to my youth's father, William, because I knew Jack Bradden pretty well. And I knew all those boys at one time or another when they were racing. Jeff perhaps less than some of the other two. But Jeff was good. Gary wasn't, somehow or other, didn't